There's many methods in Japan currently. However, this by far is the #1 mistake I see most amateur golfers make. What's up guys, it's your favorite Kiwi coach. Welcome back to another video. This is going to be another client before and after video. And like we said there in the intro, this is going to be the #1 mistake I see all of you amateur golfers, specifically in Japan, making. So without further ado, let's go do this thing. But before we get into this video, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor, and that is Kiwi Golf Japan. If you're looking to learn about golf in a virtual setting, then Kiwi Golf Japan is a membership site where you can watch videos and learn about the golf swing. We have videos all around beginner golfers, we have videos around advanced golfers, we have videos around keywords like curvature, contact, trajectory. Really anything that you could want about golf instruction is going to be on this membership site. And if you guys want to help support this channel and allow us to continue to post videos on YouTube, it also helps us do that as well. So I'll leave that link down below, and with that out of the way, let's go get into this analysis. So I want to start out this video at this particular position, and as you can see, these two players right here are pretty much at identical positions, and if you know my checkpoint parameters, they're at the preference that I prefer. However, the video on the left here, if we continue to scroll it down towards impact, we're going to see this club head start to dramatically drop behind the hands, and then as it gets into the entry point, we're seeing it's entering in from a severe inside entry. Versus the one over here on the right of the screen, as we start to come down, we're going to see the club head is moving much more out towards the golf ball compared to the video over here on the left. And then as it enters its entry point, we're going to see now the entry is much more neutral compared to the one over here on the left. And this in lies the #1 issue I see with most Japanese golfers out here. From this position into the ball, you continue to flatten the club or lay down the club, and that's going to ultimately get your entry far from the inside. And then from this position, you lose control over the club head. The club head tends to move out towards the golf ball as you shut the face, and then you get your big pull hooks, or you hit a couple of those big pull hooks, you leave the face wide open, and you hit a big push out to the right. And this is by far the #1 issue I see most amateur golfers make. Now the question is, well, what is causing this player to do it? And it comes up to this important concept of, if you do something in transition and then you have to do another thing after that, the further down you get towards the golf ball, the more difficult it is for you to actually do the thing that you need to do to hit the golf ball. And for this particular player, what they were doing was, as they got up to the top of their swing and started to transition, we're going to see that this club shaft actually started to steepen or move towards the head in transition. Which means if this player continues down from this position, most likely the entry into the golf ball would be from the severe right side of the ball, and then they'd have to swipe across the golf ball to hit. However, that's not what most of you guys in Japan do. You actually start to flatten the club from this position, and then the issue with this is you are flattening much too late so that you lose control over the club head right around this position 5. And when you get to this position here, it may look like you're in the correct position. However, the way that you got to that correct position was flawed, and then ultimately it shows up as you continue to move in towards the golf ball, and you can see how this entry starts to become very far from the inside. So for you amateur golfers at home, if you see something like this in your swing, I think it's quite obvious, and we all know what we have to do. We do not want to be steepening in transition, in this really early transition. We should, if anything, be slightly moving the opposite way. So then we're in a really good club shaft position right around kind of position 5, and then the club shaft can actually start to slightly steepen out towards the golf ball, as opposed to continue to flatten and get underneath the plane like this particular before swing. Now, the way you're gonna go about doing this is really interesting, and it's a feeling that I feel like not a lot of you guys can actually do unless you start out with a slow speed. So let me kind of explain what we did with this particular client. So the feeling we had with this particular client was we wanted them to get up to the top of the swing, and then we wanted this early transition move, so pretty much from this position to about this position, we wanted this whole movement to feel like it took like 10 seconds for this client to do. Now, once that client was able to kind of slow down that transition, they were actually able to start flattening the club shaft And then from here, we were able to get into the correct position 5, and then everything else that you saw was able to happen, having that club head move out towards the golf ball and get into that neutral entry. So again, to review, the feeling that you're gonna have is you're gonna have to really slow down your transition, early transition to be specific, and then in that period of time, let the club head kind of fall behind the hands as the feel, and then from there, you're gonna get into a better position here, and then position 5 will be better, and then you can start to steepen and move that club head out towards the golf ball. Again, if you don't do that, you will not have the time to do that, and you're gonna look like this before swing, and you're gonna see that this continues to flatten, get underneath the plane, and then the club head's entry point is way too far from the inside. So this wouldn't be the best before and after video if I didn't give you guys some checkpoints to kind of take home and try to do by yourselves. However, I've done so many videos on the checkpoints at position 5 and just the club shaft movements on the downswing. I don't want to bore you with another video about that. However, I haven't really done a very in-depth checkpoint video about the... So that's it for you guys on YouTube. If you guys want to watch the rest of the video, make sure to check out our membership site. That'll be linked down below. Again, there's 150 plus videos there of golf instruction, virtual setting. If you love that, check out that link. Other than that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.